such a pleasure to teach these kids this week. There's nothing better than having students that aren't afraid to come in and play loud and make mistakes, but also aren't stubborn and they listen to instruction and get better all week. I'm so impressed with the balance of sound that they're getting and how they adjusted for our instruction. The next thing we're going to play is usually something that is learned as they come into high school as a freshman. This is the West Mifflin Area High School alma mater. Mr. Kester asked me to introduce it just to tell you a little bit about our history in case you didn't know. West Mifflin used to have a north and a south high school, and those two high schools had their own separate alma mater, their own separate fight song, their own separate traditions. And when the school district merged in around 1983, 84, somewhere around there, they created West Mifflin Area High School. And the problem was all of the sports teams and all of the music ensembles had their own traditions and learned their own alma maters and fight song. So they hired Mr. Vito DeSalvo to be the band director that year because he was kind of a neutral party, and he also was a composer and arranger. So he wrote the West Mifflin Area High School alma mater and fight song as original pieces. Now, I can say as the band director for 12 years at our school district, it was the coolest thing to go to a football game. And every band plays their fight song and plays their alma mater during these events. Everyone else had the Michigan fight song, the Pitt alma mater. They ripped them off from colleges. They bought them from publishers years and years ago. We went in and we played our fight song. It sounded like the Roman chariots were bringing the Titans in. And our alma mater was an original chorale written. And I feel that not only did I take pride in that, but so did the students. So I think it's important to know that history. Mr. DeSalvo is currently retired and living in Florida, and is still a professional musician that plays with a lot of pop opera and music directs and things like that. But these songs were from his pen and his heart, and it's kind of neat to be able to play this. So I hope you enjoy the alma mater, played by fifth graders among the others here, and they sound great. All right, so we did a little bit this week with all sorts of different things. With the brass, we did a lot of lip slurs, a lot of buzzing on the mouthpieces, and you can ask them to do those things with you. I want to show you, and I forgot, honestly, I forgot to practice it today, but I want to show you parents what you should be hearing. One of the things we've been stressing this week, they have gotten better. If we graphed it out, like in a straight diagonal line this whole week. But the problem is, a lot of students will then take their instruments home after this camp and put it under the bed or in the closet or in the garage or wherever it fits best and forget about it until August. And then like the best parents in August will go, hey, school's starting, maybe you should pull that out and make sure you can still make a sound. But what we really want is at least to take this arc and try to keep it as flat as possible, if not continuing to climb. And they can keep that improvement continuing to climb by just doing simple exercises. The warm-up routine that Mr. Kessler did, that's not normally something we play in a concert, but we played it for you so you can hear that every day your child should warm up on that warm-up. And here's a couple brass things that work really well as well. Brass, let's just do the Oompa Loompa warm-up. Ready? So. Ready? First position. Ready? Go. Exciting ones. For instance, when more of a professional player warms up, they'll extend those lip slurs way high. Now, let's see if I can do it for you. And then you'll do that in all 7 valve combinations or slide positions and really build these face muscles. So your kids can just clown around. If you hear them in the other room and it sounds like really weird and ugly, that's okay. They're learning and they're building these muscles. And I promise, the guys don't seem to mind, but the girls, I promise them that when they build these muscles, they won't get big like your biceps, okay? Your face will not change, so don't be afraid that your daughter will have like Arnold Schwarzenegger's cheeks, okay? It won't happen. All right. So, the other thing we did is we played by ear and we taught them some stand tunes for the marching band. So try not to get scared. Here's Jaws. Ready? Their
fantastic job this past year with really ramping up our program in high school. And he did a great job here with our beginning drummers and our middle school drummers as well. So I'm going to give it away to him a little bit. And the drummers, he did a lot with, throughout this week with African drums, different world percussions, and I think he's going to do something right now with the drummers. So take it away, Joe.
All right, hello. We're going to just demonstrate a couple quick things for you guys, very similar to what Mr. Steele just did. Stuff you should hear them doing at home. Stuff that's really going to get them on the track to playing better, faster, and using the right technique. We're going to show you two rudiments first. Rudiments are like the scales. Everyone here has scales they can play in long notes. Da, 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 you know. Drums, you know, you smack it and it makes one sound, more or less, right? So we have a whole list of rudiments. In fact, there's 40. We covered about 15 in this week. There's 40 rudiments that they kind of should practice and know, definitely by the high school level. So we're going to demonstrate one of them for you right now. This one's called the single stroke roll. All right. All it is we play very slow to very fast, alternating our hands to about what would be perceived as a roll speed, and then we slow it down. So we're going to show you how that works. Accelerated rudiment program. Essentially that means that they can get a little colored pin for every level of rudiments that they learn. So many of them already learned, they'll qualify for the first and the second step this week, and they'll be able to, test for those as the year goes on. All right, drummers, let's move over here. The other thing Mr. Kessler said, besides just hitting the snare drum and really making sure we were using the right technique, and playing these ballad instruments too, which was new. You saw them do that earlier. It was new for many of them. Is we spent a lot of time in world percussion. We played instruments from Tibet, Himalayas, we did West African instruments, we did two different types of West African instruments, Latin American instruments, and of course we did a lot of classic American instruments as well. But we want to show you a very simple group that comes from Latin America on our Latin American instruments. This is just a very straightforward mambo. We're going to layer it together, we're going to get it going for a couple seconds, and then we're going to taper it off.
Okay, are we, very, very nice. The kids were on the block. Okay, and we're going to finish with a piece that we're going to play at the high school this year as our feature song. This is going to be the song that the Soaps and Starlights dance to as part of our halftime show. It's called You Belong With Me. It's from an artist that some of you may have heard of. I think her name is Taylor, what's her name? Taylor Swift. Okay, she's coming next week. If you can afford tickets to her, great. You can maybe share some of that wealth with us. But this is part of our halftime show for next year. And what I'd like to do is invite, we will talk about this at the beginning of the year. We're going to invite these students and the middle school students to play with the high school band during one of the halftime shows next year. So we'll do kind of a step-up day, but we're going to include all the middle school kids with that for next year. So that'll happen at some point, some Friday next year. And this is our last piece for today. After we're done with this, the kids are going to help clear the stage, get all their equipment, make sure everything's cleaned up. And if you brought a child with you here today, and you have a child on the stage, please take them with you before you leave today. All right.
Good job.